EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Clock now on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, he had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned an AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one, but what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
On second down now, it's Gordon. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Powers through, and now the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Watson off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Draymond Jones showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. On the counter, here's Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, so for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Locke going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Williams running left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Locke. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They look to throw. It's Locke. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Williams.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Push him back. Push him back. Check, check. Frag now. Frag now. Frag now.
A quick throw outside by Locke. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. An option handoff given to Sanders. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 41, Watson. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running right. Here's Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And down inside the 15 he goes.
73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
The Eagles into the red zone for the 1st time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Five yards remain on second down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check safety, check safety. Mike spot.
Block off a play action. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Jerry Judy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. It's caught by Sanders. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a carry for Sanders. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Sanders. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now it's Watson. And that's complete to Sanders. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
Still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Flushed out right.
That'll be caught. It's Rager.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd and inches, Watson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man. Complete. That's Beck. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now. When you're throwing it to the fullback, just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw. Watson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Operating from the gun. Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 8. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw it is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
78 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now Gordon on first down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 22, Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end, Fant. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. Here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Sanders has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 29, Watson.
And once again, this is Sanders.
Dances by him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
45. Mike, 45.
From the gun, Watson.
And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Buddy Johnson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On play action, Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
45's the mark. 6-man.
Looking to throw. Watson, throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. That's caught. It's James Washington. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Watson looks to throw again. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's been a long day for you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. taking a couple yards shy of midfield. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.